What's going on, guys? Seth here, and I just watched Evil Dead Rise. Written and directed by Lee Cronin, starring Lily Sullivan as Beth, Alyssa Sutherland as Ellie, Gabriella Eccles as Bridget, Morgan Davies as Danny, Nell Fisher as Cassie. The movie is a twisted tale of two estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Basically, you have a bunch of people trapped on a floor in an apartment fighting deadites, which is the formula you're going to want from a movie that has Evil Dead in the title. You want people to be victimized by the deadites and then eventually fight back against the deadites, because the deadites are so easy to hate and so fun to watch. Now I'm going to repeat what a lot of people are saying when it comes to this movie, in that it's good. I liked it. I enjoyed myself watching it. It's a fun time when it comes to horror. It's got the gore you're looking for when it comes to a movie like this, an Evil Dead movie. But it's just that. It's just okay. It's good. It's fine. But it's not amazing. But that's fine, because a movie like this, you're either going to accept, love, or dislike. And I didn't dislike it. The movie definitely understands who they're trying to sell this movie to. And I think they are able to give us something that was fun. Now, there's some things in the writing that I'm not a huge fan of, specifically situations that happen throughout this where I'm just like, are you really going to do that? And of course they're going to do it. They're trying to get the tensions going. They want you to get stressed out and what's happening. The little girl's going to open a door she shouldn't open. Makes sense, but I don't think it was done as well as it could have been. But I think the setup is a lot of fun. I like the idea of finding the Necronomicon, being stuck on this floor, trying to figure out how you're going to escape with growing numbers of deadites. I also appreciate going into this having no idea who would be in it outside of the family, but there's a bunch of people on the floor as well, so you get other cannon fodder, which is important in a horror movie. Anytime I watch a horror movie that has like 3 characters, maybe 2 characters, and they're out in the woods and there's going to be some kind of slasher thing happening, I'm like, you don't have anyone to kill, so where's the tension? This has characters to kill off, and they do, in very bloody, gruesome, gory ways. Things you're expecting, things you're wanting. Not quite as crazy as Evil Dead 2013, but it's definitely got some parts where I went, that's rough. I think the 2 biggest standouts in this movie were Alyssa Sutherland playing Ellie, the mom in the movie, and Lily Sullivan playing Beth, her sister. Now, if you've seen the trailers, you know that Alyssa Sutherland is, she gets possessed. And even though I think she does a good job as the mom in the movie, I won't talk too much details. When she does become possessed, I think that's really where you can see why they casted her. She does a really good job on being this evil, menacing, just constantly uncomfortable, but you can't take your eyes off of her character that's just after everybody and doing whatever she can to just kill anyone she can get her hands on. And like I said, I think Lily Sullivan did a good job as well. She kind of starts the movie in one way and kind of evolves and changes in a way that I thought was gratifying, a lot of fun. She became a character that was likable. Unlike Morgan Davies' character, which I just did not understand what they were even doing in this movie. Nothing against the actor, really. I mean, the whole movie, he's just like this the whole time, just really just stressed out, constantly looking, but they don't really offer a whole lot to the movie as a character. So I'm going to blame the writers on that. As they present a catalyst point in the movie that's obviously important. Watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But nothing really happens after that with that character. They just kind of exist and are useless. And it's just like, feels like a waste of time. It's really weird. The rest of the cast is serviceable. I think Nell Fisher as a child actor does a good job, which is always kind of a 50-50 flip. We don't know if they're going to be good or not. But in a movie that's so intense and gory and just high stress, she offers a little bit of lightheartedness, a little bit of fun element. She's very charming as a kid in the movie, and she goes through a lot. So that's something. Speaking of going through a lot, all the characters in this movie are not safe. I really appreciate this, and I will not go into who gets killed and who does not get killed, but I was very surprised on who they were letting themselves take out. This movie has kid characters in it, and they're not safe. Now, the story itself is fine. It's serviceable. It works really well. But I do think that the setup is actually really neat. I like the way that it starts in one way. An event happens. They're trapped on their floor. They got to find a way out of there, and it creates this very claustrophobic, tense situation that you're like, you got to get the hell out of there. As the night continues, more and more threats arise. And I won't go into the finale too much, but it's definitely what somebody who is a fan of Evil Dead is going to expect and want. almost too much, as we get some very famous lines repeated, some staples in Evil Dead when it comes to weaponry, and something called the Marauder that I won't go into in detail, but I think it was a fun and creative thing to add to the series. And touching on that, I think it's kind of interesting. I was watching this thing with Lee Cronin talking about the movie, and he was saying that there are multiple Necronomicons in the Evil Dead universe, and these are all related. And in this movie, it's this Necronomicon that is found. And in the 2013 version, it's a different Necronomicon. And then in the original Evil Dead trilogy, it's a different Necronomicon. So they have different characteristics. And I think it's kind of neat. It's an interesting way to connect the movies, but also allow for the different tones of these movies and how they exist to exist together, because the Necronomicons all offer different characteristics and situations. I think it's a fun thing. I feel like it could be a cheap way to try to make like some kind of like shared universe where you can just keep pumping out Evil Dead movies. But as of right now, I think it's a neat idea. And if they do it responsibly, I think it could be really cool going forward if we get other movies in the Evil Dead universe that either bring back some of those Necronomicons or introduce even newer ones. And so yeah, overall, I liked the movie. I didn't love it. I think it's completely serviceable. And I would definitely recommend you go see this in theaters. You're going to get your money's worth. It's going to be fun. You're going to have moments where you're gripping your seat going like, oh God, I can't believe that happened. You're going to be like, oh God, they're on the counter. Don't walk in the kitchen right up to them. But is this the best Evil Dead movie? I don't think so. I think I like the tone of the 2013 remake way more than this one. And of course, I have nostalgia for the original trilogy, but it's a fun side entry to Evil Dead that I think is definitely worth watching. Even if some of the characters are underwhelming and the story can have certain beats that, seem like they could have been written better. The gore's there, the action's there, the scares are there, and you're gonna have a fun time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Evil Dead Rise. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you didn't like it, what didn't you like about it? If you did like it, what did you like about it? And what do you want to see when it comes to the Evil Dead series moving forward? And one last thing, if you play the Evil Dead game like I do you want them to introduce characters from this into that? Because I think that'd be kind of cool. But let me know in the comments. I've been Seth, and until the next episode, which we got plenty of anime reviews coming soon, have a good one, guys, and we'll talk to you later.